Hey there, gang. Hey. You know something? Going after your goals, you make the decision to go after your goals. It could be very exciting or it could be extremely challenging and frustrating. One or the other. This is the 30, episode 184. Well, hello there, folks, friends. Welcome to the 30. I am your host, Patrick, and this is where we provide relevant information to you, our viewers, our listeners, to help you enhance your personal, professional, and spiritual lives. Thanks for being here. Remember to like and share our broadcast. If you're watching from our YouTube channel under the Jackman Group LLC, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel. Of course, the 30 is a production of the Jackman Group LLC. Thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you for being here on another episode of the 30. Great to have you. Share the broadcast. Do me that huge favor. Share the broadcast. If you have any comments or any questions for me, make sure that you put them into the chat. Love to hear from you and see what's on your mind. Friends, if you're serious about going after your goals, and the hope is that you've written them down, you know this journey can either be extremely exciting, you're on a high, you're still going after them, you're still excited about it, or it can be downright challenging. So there are two types of experiences, extremely high or downright challenging. And if you're like me, you've experienced both sides, especially in the early part of this year. We're only 18 days in, and if you're like me, you've experienced the excitement and you've experienced the challenge. In last week's episode, Steph talked about one of the secret sauces, one of the things that we need to focus on as we go towards our journey of achieving our goals. She said one of the keys is to have a solid mindset. That's what we call a growth mindset. And she explained to us that that's a critical component in achieving or going after your goals. I tell you, last week's episode was fantastic. I learned a lot, and I hope that you did too. Make sure that you go over to our YouTube channel. That's where all of our content, all of our episodes are stored under the Jackman Group LLC. And you will see look for episode 183. And I'll tell you, you will not be disappointed. It was a fantastic time. I learned a lot from that episode, and I'm looking forward to what Steph has next. She has a brand new show that's going to be coming up on Tuesday, January 30th, and that's at 11 a.m. And the first episode for the show is going to be combating your negative self talk. And we all have those, right? We all have thoughts in our mind that tells us we can't do something. Who are you? No one else did it. Your parents didn't do it. Your grandparents didn't do it. Your friends aren't doing it. So we all have those kind of thoughts that pop up every so often. And she's going to talk about those thoughts and how do we combat them. So I'm excited to hear what she has to say. I know it's going to be an awesome show as she kicks it off. So stay tuned for more information. I'm excited about the title. I love the title, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but make sure that you look out for more information. I'm going to give you more information here on the 30 certainly, and I know she'll be posting some information on her LinkedIn channel and Instagram. So make sure that you look for that. So on this episode 184 of the 30, we're going to be talking about how do we navigate this thing, right? How do we navigate the highs and the lows of our goals? How do we navigate the excitement and the challenges that comes about when we set goals and when we move towards what we call implementation of those goals? So I want to make sure that if you have any questions or comments, make sure that you drop them in the chat for me. As I said, this is episode 184. Personally speaking, as I said, only 18 days in, and I've experienced both. I've experienced both the excitement of it, of first setting my goals. That was exciting, going after some of my goals, but I've also experienced some of the challenges. So one of my goals, as I recast it from last year, did it last year, but I'm going to up it a little bit more this year in 2024, was to continue focusing on my health, working out more, getting to the gym more, building some muscle, losing some fat, right? But most importantly, staying healthy. And so I was like, I'm excited about that. It's a journey that I've been on for the last year or so, and it's a journey that I hope to continue this year. It's a goal that not I hope that I will continue this year in 2024. But with that, the excitement of that, I'm going to show you how things can be, right, in terms of a challenge. So I have to get up and go to the gym, although I have some equipment here at the house. But at the same time, I have to get up to go to the gym. Well, if you are living here in Western New York, if you're living in Rochester or Monroe County, or even in Buffalo or Syracuse, but Western New York, you know how cold it has been. It's been brutally cold the last week or so. We've had a lot of snow. So that's a challenge to get up out of the warm bed to say early in the morning that I'm going to go to the gym. So that's one of the challenges that I've had to navigate in the last week, the last 2 weeks or so. But I'm not going to let that challenge beat me. I'm not going to let that stop me from going after what I desire to have this year in terms of improving health, getting to the goals that I've set for myself, because I'm determined this year. But as you set goals, you know that you are going to have these types of challenges. Some challenges are going to come. We talked about why people quit in a couple of episodes back. When life comes in, things happen, right? Life gets busy and we end up giving up on our goals. But what are some of the challenges? So I don't want to just talk about the challenges, because we know what the challenges are. You know what your challenges are right now, or challenge that's stopping you from going over or going after your goals, whether it's a personal goal, whether it's a professional goal, whether it's a spiritual goal. You know what that goal is, and you know specifically what challenge or challenges you will have or are having at this point. So we're going to talk about how can we navigate these challenges, because they're not going to go away, right? They're not going to, if you just, think it that, okay, go away, go away, go away. No, it's not going to go away. You got to take some action to it, right? You got to put some work into it. Whatever that goal is, you're going to have to put some action towards it, so that when you don't feel like doing something, when you don't feel like getting up and going to the gym, we don't feel like working out, we don't feel like reading your word, we do not feel like doing the things that you know that you should do. When life gets in the way, when people start talking about you as you move towards that goal, that's a challenge, right? When you meet the pothole, when you have a health challenge on your way to your goal, that's a challenge. What are you going to do? How are you going to achieve that? Are you going to lay down and give up? Are you going to quit? As there's a great saying, winners never quit and quitters never win. So are you going to be a winner, or are you going to be a quitter? Are you going to achieve the goal, or are you going to give up on the goal when a challenge comes? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how can we navigate some of these challenges. Well, the first thing in navigating these challenges is to really identify potential challenges. I told you what my potential challenge is as it relates to going after the goal of better health, increasing my health, becoming stronger, leaner, better overall health. So one of the things that I've identified is as a challenge is the weather. Snow, cold. So I need to get over that. So if I've identified that, I know that could be a challenge or a barrier. But I'm not going to let that beat me. I'm going to be intentional. So one of the things that we have to do is not only identify the challenge, but we have to be intentional in navigating that challenge. Don't let it beat you. Be intentional in navigating the challenge to get to your goal. So navigate, right? Well, the first thing is identify what the potential challenges are, or what that challenge is that you are going through now. Recognize and anticipate that you are going to have some obstacles or challenges in your journey. It's inevitable, folks. If you are in this area of the world, it's inevitable that we are going to have snow. We are going to have cold this time of the year. So you recognize that it is going to happen. The next step now is, as you recognize that, you identify that, you have to be intentional in making sure that you navigate around that. So I don't know what your means of being intentional is, but how you're going to navigate it. Maybe you work out at home when it's cold, when it's snowing. Maybe you walk upstairs, up and downstairs. If you have some weights, you use your weight as opposed to going to the gym. But you have to be intentional if that's what it takes. If it's in terms of eating better for your health, and you don't feel like going to the supermarket at this point, you weigh the pros and the cons. What if I don't go? What if I don't eat better? Where's my health going to be? So we have to be, number one, identify what the potential challenge is, right? And then we have to be what? Intentional about moving past that challenge. So what we're saying here as you're doing that is what we call resiliency. So we have to be resilient in moving towards and navigating the challenge. realizing that even if we have a setback, even if we don't get to the gym a week or 2 weeks, that does not mean that we quit on the goal. Even if we don't eat the way that we wanted to, even if we don't read the Bible that we desire to read, even if we don't get together with people that we said that we're going to get together with for a week or 2 weeks, even if we don't call that person over a week's time, even if we don't read the book that we said that we are going to read, whatever that goal is, that doesn't mean that we quit on it. So we may have some setbacks in our journey to accomplishing our goals, but that does not mean, folks, that we quit. We have to be resilient in understanding that setbacks are going to happen. Challenges and obstacles are going to take place. But we have to be resilient in not quitting, not giving up. So I am not, it may snow or be cold. Well, it is going to snow again. It's going to be cold because we're in winter. But I'm going to be, I vow to be resilient and getting up and going to the gym and working out and accomplishing that goal that I set out to do in this year in 2024. I'm going to be stronger. I'm going to be leaner. I'm going to lose the fat that I said that I'm going to lose. But above all, I'm going to be healthier. I am going to do it. I don't care what happens. As obstacles, I'm going to be intentional and I'm going to be resilient. What about you? What are some of the things that you are doing? What are some of the goals that you have set? What are some of the challenges that you've encountered so far in your journey as you navigate the excitement and the challenges in your journey towards achieving your goal? What are those things? Think about it. Consider those things. Write them down. What are some of the things you've gone through so far? Or you anticipate? You think there's some potential things that may happen. Not saying that you're thinking about these things are happening, but if you live up here, we know cold is going to happen. As I said, snow is going to happen. We know that sometimes life happens. We get busy, right? We get occupied doing some of the things that we should be doing, but also we get occupied in doing some of the things that we should be doing. Like watching so much TV, we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be online all the time, except if when the 30's on. We definitely need to be on when the 30's on so that you can watch, whether live or in replay. So be resilient. The next thing that I want to share with you in terms of navigating the challenges on your way to achieving your goal in 2024 is be able to adapt to change. Be able to adapt to change. So when we write our goals down, when we write the goals, write the strategy and write the action steps. And by the way, make sure that you, in the description, I've included the link to my goal setting sheet. Make sure that you click on that link and go ahead and get that. That's a free download for you because I want everyone that can and will. I want everyone that is watching this show or listening to it. I want everyone to write their goals down, write their strategies down, and write their action steps. That's why I'm giving you that download. And go back to the previous episodes, and I've talked about how do you complete or fill that out in terms of your goals, strategies, and action steps. Go get that. So we know as you set the goals, as you write them down, as I said, things happen. We're going to have some obstacles in the way. Life may happen. So we may have to make some adjustments, right? We're not quitting on them, but we may have to do some tweaks here and there. You might change jobs and careers, and now when you weren't as busy, now you're busy. Life may happen, so you may have to make some adjustments to your plans, to your action steps. The goal is still there, but you may have to make some adjustments to the action steps. And that's okay. It's called being adaptable to change. Having some flexibility. So don't get so frustrated when you say, I set this goal. I said I'm going to achieve it by March, by the end of March, and it has not happened. But what's the reason why? You've done everything that you can. You've put the work in. You're committed. You've been intentional. You're executing on your action steps. But something happens. You make the adjustment. You pivot. Remember when we were rolling along in January of 2020? And then all of a sudden, late January, early February, we had to make some changes, some adjustments. We had to pivot from everything we were doing to being home. For us, we had to make pivot from training in person, developing in person, to now online. We made pivots. We made adjustments along the way. Because what? We were faced with a pandemic. So don't be so hard on yourself when things that you had planned, your action steps, does not come to fruition the date that you wrote it down. Pivot, make the adjustment. If you fall off the horse, okay, make sure you land on your feet, jump back up, and get back on the horse. Don't quit. Don't run away. Make the adjustment, make the pivot, and continue on your way. The next part of it that I want to talk with you about as we talk about navigating challenges or potential challenges that may come up, that may take you offline or off course, is managing your time effectively. And for some of us, yours truly, time management has been a challenge. I'll be honest with you. But I'm learning. I've learned these 3 words from my great friend. Do, delegate, or decline. I love those 3 words. Do, delegate, or decline. And we talk about these things in our leadership trainings. The importance of time management. We give you time management strategies because we all have a challenge when it comes to time management. Guess what, folks? We're all given 24 hours in a day. None of us have 25, 26. We all have 24 hours. It's how do we manage that time? And be honest. I'll be honest with you. That has been a challenge in terms of managing time. Maybe you are great at managing time. Maybe you're one of those great people, perfect in managing time. You write down everything and you execute on everything. Well, for some of us, it's not that easy. But we're learning. We are learning. So we have to do the things, do, delegate, decline. We have to look in terms of how do we manage our time effectively. So make sure that we address the time management piece of it, because that could be a challenge. That could be a derailer. That could derail your goals or in terms of you executing are implementing the strategy and action steps to go after your goals. So be realistic. Is that a challenge for you? Is managing your time effectively a challenge? If it is a challenge, now we need to come up with some strategies as to how can we overcome or manage or address the challenge of time management. If you are a leader and that is part of your challenge, let us know. We would love to partner with you in helping you to handle that. I'm working towards that myself. I'm getting better, but I'm not where I should be and where I want to be. So that's part of my goals, is to manage my time more effectively. Do the things that I have to do. Delegate when necessary and decline. I'm learning, folks, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no, because realizing that we can't do everything for everyone at a time that they want it. So sometimes it's okay to say no, decline it. So that's part of the strategies that we talk about. So navigating challenges on your journey towards achieving your 2024 goals. So today I give you a couple of uh, tips. I give you a couple of ideas, I would say, that can help you. And I look forward to talking about this further, because our goal this year, one of my goals and one of our company's goals, the Jackman Group, is to help serve you. If you are a leader, if you're a business owner, we want to partner with you. We want to serve you. We want to help you. We want to help you to take you from where you are to where you want to be, where you desire to be, right? We want to help you, whether it is in goal setting, whether it's in leadership training, whether it's team enhancement, whether it is coaching. Maybe you already have the leadership skills, because that's where we function most, right? That's where we, from a company perspective, that's where we are: leadership development, training, coaching, team enhancement, strategic planning. So if you are in any of those areas and you says, I would like to do more. My goal is to become a more effective leader. My goal for my team is to help them, to take them from where they are to where they should be. It's to help my team to be more effective, to be more efficient, to be more productive. My goal is to help my organization, my business, to help them to be more strategic, to be more streamlined, which makes you more profitable. Friends, if that's you, we want to help you. We want to partner with you. We want to serve you. I told you in last week that we're going to be coming out with our new coaching program. We're going to launch that. You're going to hear more about that, and it is called Impact Leaders Coaching, whether it's individual coaching or group coaching. We want to partner with you. We know that there's a difference between training and coaching. So if you have the necessary skills, but you're looking for someone to partner with, where you can help to where they can help you to uncover some of your blind spots and help you to become the better person or better leader, more effective. Or maybe you don't have the skills, but you want to develop additional leadership skills. We want to help you. But our coaching program, our group coaching program, is going to be launched. We are our next program. We started one in 2023. We've retooled it based on feedback from that first cohort. We've rebranded it, and we're looking for others to join us. So if that's your journey, I invite you to join us. So more information is going to be coming. The next program will start in February, and we are going to be look on all of our channels, whether it's my channel, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, or if there's a Jackman Group, look there as well. Instagram, we're all over. So join us. Or if you want to contact me, you'll feel free to send me an email. Send us an email. Send our team an email at info@Jackman Group LLC. That's info@Jackman Group LLC. Folks, let's be intentional this year. Let's work on us. Let's be better this year. Leaders, let's be more effective this year. Let's take what we have and take it to the next level. So I invite you to join me, join our team. We want to work with you. We want to partner with you. We want to be your training vendor of choice, and we want to be your coaching partner of choice. So I want to thank you. I hope this was helpful. Join me on next week as we continue this journey with your goals, as we continue to helping you to become the better person that you can be, to be more efficient, to be more effective, and driving your goals, not my goals, not our goals, but your goals, your specific goals. So thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in, and drop us a line if you're watching us in replay. Make sure that you drop us a line, put your comments in, put your questions in, so that we can continue our journey together. Remember, join Stephanie on January 30th at 11 a.m. She launches her new program, her new show. And the first episode is Combating Your Negative Self-Talk. So, folks, until then, thank you again. May God bless you and your family. We look forward to seeing you on next week. Be safe.